Without good blocking, your team's not going anywhere. Cisco blocks cyber attacks for customers around the world, including the entire Fortune 100 and the NFL. Because when the game is on the line, and it's always on the line, the NFL relies on Cisco.
Last minute guy.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
How is Pop progressing in his return to practice?
Yeah, I think he's cleared the protocol. So, see how it goes today, but assuming no setbacks, should be available.
How much have you just seen him continue to progress as a player since spring and summer?
Yeah, I mean, he's made good progress. Just, it hasn't been consistently out there. He's come back, then played, then missed time, then came back, then missed time, and so unlike some other players that have really been out there pretty much every day, City and Keon, guys like that, they've just been able to string more together, but it's making progress.
Coach, you played Patrick Mahomes a lot early on in his career. It's been a while since you guys faced off. What has changed in his game, and how has he elevated himself since last time he played?
It's been pretty good. It's pretty good. Does everything well. I mean, we had trouble with him before. So does everybody else. Just does everything well.
I think offensively this year, the Chiefs have exceeded 21 points just 5 times. Is there anything that defenses have done to the Chiefs, or is it a product of what's around him that have maybe kept some of the point totals low for them this year?
Yeah, I think each game's kind of its own game. Yeah, you probably have to talk to them about that. But, well, the only thing that really matters is this week. See how many points he scored this week. But yeah, they played some good teams, but they move the ball.
Is there anything, in your opinion, big picture? I know you're focused on this week's game for you guys, but
Right.
I'll try to ask it anyway, and just see if you have any thoughts on it. It does feel like, or it looks like, according to the numbers, that points and offense, generally speaking, are down this year. Maybe it's been a trend the last couple of years that it's been down. Any reasons for that, in your opinion?
I don't really see the big picture, Phil. I mean, I see week to week, and so that's what I see. I don't watch all 16 games or however many games there are, but I don't watch all the games every week. I just don't. I see the games that we play, and I see other things that are maybe relevant. See some crossover games, but I don't sit there and study Seattle and San Francisco and Detroit. No, I just don't see those teams. We don't play them, so I try to spend my time on what I think will help our team and what I can do. Not saying you can't get good ideas and stuff from that. That's not the point. The point's just they're not the most relevant games for us. So I just kind of see what basically is in our window. A little bit outside of that, but basically what's in our window.
Bill, we've asked about Andy Reid a lot over the years. How would you describe the most recent evolution of his offense?
Good, same. It's broad. They do a lot of things. Game plan coach, game plan formations, game plan. I wouldn't say it's like a million new plays. I throw a new wrinkle in every now and then, but it's formationing, it's matchups, it's putting the defense in conflict based on what the defense does. It's not like he's out there, putting a new offense every week. That's not what they do. But they have a lot to choose from, and they do the things that I'm sure he feels like will give this opponent the most problems. They usually do.
Matthew Judon's been around the team a lot this year. Is there still a chance that he can play for you, or is that more of a 2024 thing for him?
Yeah, again, that's a medical question. So if he's cleared, then we'll go through the process of practicing him and preparing him. And if he's not medically cleared, then there's nothing really to talk about. So, he's working hard and definitely making progress. And, good to see that, just what he does. But as far as the medical clearance, that's not something I can control.
Has he been around similar to maybe when Mayo got hurt and didn't drop, didn't do some stuff with the coaches? Maybe that was obviously different circumstances. Talking about Matthew this year, it seems like we've seen him maybe more around.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been around. I wouldn't say he's done a lot with the coaches. That would be more McMillan, but he's been around. He's given a lot of emotional support, and he's a good teammate, and he's with us, and he's doing what he needs to do. So, I mean, it's really been good. I appreciate that, and I think we all do. We all, love having Joe around. He's a good energy guy anyway.
What has Raekwon done for the coaches?
Some of the stuff they've asked him to do.
What has Jermichael Hasty recommended over the last month?
Gotten better, especially the last couple of weeks. He's gotten more reps. Mondre hasn't. I know last week was a walkthrough week kind of thing, but still, even those walkthrough reps help. And so, I'd say he's gaining on it. The biggest thing for any running back is pass protection. He's done that. It's not that he hasn't done it. It's just terminology and rules and adjustments, and it's not as simple as just blocking one guy. There's a lot of, especially against these guys, there's some moving parts where there could be, multiple factors involved depending on what we're in and what they give us. So that's where it's hard to, catch up on all that in a short amount of time. There's the multiples. So you just can't sit in one protection against these guys, and that would be, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Unless you had some way to handle the multiples that they give you. But it's even on third down, they're 4-1 dime, 3-2 dime, 4-2 nickel, 3-3 nickel, with not all the same players always in the same spot. So you just start doing the multiplication tables, and it's you get a lot of, but 5 or 6 protections against multiple fronts, multiple personnel groups, multiple fronts, odd, even, overload, start walking safeties and linebackers up in the line of scrimmage. It's, you run into some pretty high numbers in a hurry. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's kind of thing work through during the week. Obviously there's mistakes during the week. That always happens, and you correct those, and you come to things later in the week and see how that's coming together. Is it still an issue? Do we have it? We feel like we have it, and so today's kind of a good day for that, to kind of see where players that haven't played as much, how ready they are, and maybe what they're ready for. Maybe it's not everything. Maybe it's certain situations that you feel comfortable or not comfortable in, or they feel comfortable or not comfortable in, however it goes. So, so the next, I'll say 48 hours, today and tomorrow, kind of when some of that comes together.
Bill, going back, first some guys on the scout team defense said he still carry on the name, The Dirty Show, in practice. Remember just the origin of that one, kind of became a point of pride in the name, The Dirty Show, for those guys.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and think about that one. It's been that way for a while. Go back to the start. I'd say probably Pepper had something to do with it, but take a wild guess.
Was he sort of the leader of that group?
Yeah, well, we had a lot of, at different points in time. They've all done it. Steven, DeMarcus, Pepper, you know, now Keith, D'Angelo, Ross, P-Flow, I mean, just not Patricia, I mean, just keep going back. I mean, it's kind of moves from, as the coaches change, then it kind of moves to different coaches. So it's not like the same guy's been doing it for, 10 years. Even though the coach might be here for 10 years, that role changes. Same thing on offense, quarterback coach or one of the offensive quality control coaches, and so that, assistant offensive line coach. Usually we have a couple of guys doing it. So rather than one person holding up the cards or telling 11 guys what to do, you have 2 or 3 guys telling them. It just goes faster that way. And you probably has a better chance you get it right if you have 2 or 3 people giving instructions instead of just one to everybody.
Was Ernie in that mix for a while?
Ernie was more of the deciding what plays to run, if you have call it 100 plays a week, 35 a day, round numbers. A team like Kansas City, you could run 400 plays easily. Some of the same plays out of different formations, different personnel groups, different motion, but it's a different adjustment too. So which ones do you run? Which ones do you want to run? What does the other side need to see based on maybe what we've been hurt with, what they like to do. Maybe it's they've done something else the last couple of weeks, and now this would be a good time to run a reverse off a sweep that they've been successful with that everybody's gearing up to stop that, or a boot or something like that. So it's kind of that decision making of what plays to run against the other side of the ball, what blitzes to run, what you prepare for everything, but you only get so many plays to practice, and which ones do you want to test your unit with, at a practice tempo. Those are key decisions to make, and so Ernie would be more on that side of it, how they would block it, how they would run the play, maybe how they'd formation it, would it be the hardest thing on us. I usually try to make it a little harder in practice, so if it comes up in the game, we're not too surprised by, well, that's a hard adjustment. Well, they're probably going to try to make it hard. They're not going to make it easy for us. Yeah, okay, great, thank you.